Give me 1 second. How we doing? Let me wait for some of y'all to get up in here. Greetings, y'all. So it's your girl, Princess Makeda in the building, and today I wanted to talk with y'all and discuss the truth about, the spiritual community and modern day society's version of spirituality. Because, y'all, we have been indoctrinated, we have been lied to, we have been being deceived, we've been being played, you feel me? Let's talk about it. I want to get into it today. Princess Makeda, greetings, my love. Greetings. Hi, Sarabi Makeda. Nobody fake. Everyone isn't fake. I wouldn't say everyone, but let's get into it today. All right, y'all, share this loud. Let's get some people up in here. Let's talk about it today. So, I felt really good today, and I have a couple different things that I actually want to speak on. So we'll be doing a live after this, talking about healing from the teenage phase, which is a question that I've gotten from one of my followers that I'm going to go ahead and speak on here. I spoke on it in my broadcast channel, but I'm going to speak on it, on my main page, because it's very important. Like, we all need to learn and know more about healing from the teenage phase, because that phase is very important to our lives, and it's contributed to who we are today. All right, and I'm still in my teenage phase, so yeah. But let's get into it. The truth about the spiritual community, though. All right, I want to talk about the truth about spirituality. The thing is, we are all spiritual. Everyone in the world is spiritual. All right, because spiritual simply means you having a connection to your spirit. We all are tapped in with our spirit, even if we don't know it. Some of us might not realize it. Some of us might not be fully aware of it because of the circumstances, but we're all connected to it. All right, our spirit is, let's just say, a strong part of your consciousness, and your consciousness is what gives you life down here. Your consciousness is your spark, it's the essence, So, yeah. Alright, spirituality is about getting to know yourself. It's about learning yourself beyond the physical body, right? Spirituality is about expanding. It's about learning where you come from, learning the true essence of oneness, of your higher power, of your higher potential. It's about knowing Christ consciousness. It's about knowing one love. It's about knowing oneness, alright? And we have been taught to do everything. We've been grown up and molded into a society that was designed to do everything but help us get to know ourselves. Alright? And that's why the spiritual community is created. What is the spiritual community? The spiritual community was created to mislead us, a lot of us. It was. Because this is the thing. A lot of us, we start awakening in consciousness and awakening in frequency because of the work that's been being put in on the planet, because of the levels of consciousness. We have multiple stargates opening up now. That means that there's so many higher dimensional frequencies and energies that's coming in that has access here, that we have access to on this planet. It means that this planet is ascending. It means that this planet is rising in frequency, rising in consciousness. And so is everything that's in alignment with it. Absolutely. And what we have to realize is the people, I wouldn't even say the people, but the beings, and specifically the energies that have contributed to getting this planet, and not just this planet alone, but just getting things at a certain level instead of distortion, by bringing distortion in and by misleading our people. How have they been doing this? How are they doing this? Through your everyday society. I mean, look around you. We have been what you call civilized. We have been programmed. We have been lost and dumbed down. By the time you get here, you've been injected and dug up with all different types of influences, all different types of chemicals that are messing with the natural flow and the natural function of your energy. Greetings, my love. Angelina, greetings, beautiful. Yeah, so there's a lot of distortion here on the plane, y'all. And the people that are responsible for this, the beings that are responsible for this, they don't want us to wake up. They don't want us to remember who we are, because if so, then we get control of the lane lines. We get control of the stargates again, right? It means that we get to remember why we're actually here. We are guardians. We are here to guard and protect this earth. That's why we're here, to protect the treasures of this plane and protect the treasures of this planet. That's why a lot of us are here. Buzzo, what's the deal, Buzzo? Hey. You feel me? So a lot of us came here on this journey to protect this plane. That's why we feel so guided to this plane. That's why we feel so called to this plane. That's why we don't like what's going on here. That's why we don't want to be shadow banned. We don't want to see trash. We don't like the way that the plane is being treated here, right? Why is that? Let's talk about why is that. It's because we were born here to protect this plane. You know, we were brought here to cherish this plane and to help it raise in frequency and vibration. Also, our people, a lot of our people, our elders, have been lost, misled, indoctrinated. You feel me? A lot of our elders right now in today's society, right, are so lost. Even the ones that are so-called tapped into their spirituality, some of them are so lost within themselves, you know, because they've been programmed and taught that spirituality was about speaking and getting to know about the spiritual realm. And yes, it is, but not outside of you, inside of you. And that's been the whole miscommunication. That's been the whole misleading and misprogramming that's been taking place right here on the plane. You know, a lot of us, we've been in this energy, right? We've been in this civilization, but not realizing why we're actually here and what we're actually meant to do. You feel me? We're not meant to be doing these things that you see a lot of us out here doing. We're meant to protect this earth. We have actual work to do. A lot of y'all feel so connected to the crystals because you have deeper connections to those energies. Crystals are literally materialized frequency, fam. Like, you're so powerful. Let's think of it as your chakras. Crystals correlate so much with your chakras because they're directly connected to them. You got blue crystals and green crystals and all different types of crystals in your DNA, you know, in your chakras, in your energies, and that represents an elevated frequency. Crystalline frequency is an elevated frequency. So for instance, you got pink crystals, you got green crystals, you got blue crystals. They're materialized versions of you on the external. You feel me? Your chakras, think of your chakras as literally whole crystallized mechanics. And what's the word that I want to use? You can call them mechanics, right? But also there's a technology, technology, their frequency technology, and not even just with frequency, but they work with dimensions on multiple different levels. Everything is ever changing, everything is everlasting, everything is ever flowing, right? Life has endless purpose. That's a whole nother story that I'll have to get into, but it's just the way that source expresses itself through all of us. You know what I mean? But the long story short, think of crystals being pieces of your chakras. That's why you can connect directly to them. You know what I mean? Because these were once connected to energetic structures within the plane, within the planet. They're connected to stargates. They're connected to different openings. They're connected to different parts within your own vessel, but also in the universe, also on the planet, also in different realms and alternate realities, right? So there's so many connections to be made. But the thing is, this is really what I want to talk about. When you get into spirituality nowadays, right, it's room to teach you to go outside of yourself. That's why when you first start waking up, you first start getting to know yourself, you first start becoming more aware of your potential, of your actual true essence and energy. They already got the whole spiritual community set up for your ass with all types of people that's going to teach you how to go outside of yourself. That's literally all they're teaching you, how to go outside of yourself. They're training you. Most of these spiritual leaders are training you how to go outside of yourself, training you how to talk to this spirit, how to talk to that spirit. And the truth is, before you go learn how to talk to any spirit outside of yourself, you should be learning how to build that connection to yourself. You notice the schools were supposed to be teaching you about bringing in different higher frequencies, about connecting to your higher levels of consciousness, about getting to know yourself on a expansive level. You know, it was about getting you to understand oneness, source, connection. It's about you learning how to levitate, how to activate certain aspects of your DNA and your genetics. It was about helping you to raise in frequency and raise in consciousness. School that you got today teaches you how to do the opposite of that. Nothing them niggas are teaching are important, family. That's why I left. Nothing you're teaching in school is important at all. They ain't teaching you nothing in there. They gonna tell you everything but what you need to know. You mean to tell me I'm gonna listen to you tell me how water's not a living organism? Are you serious right now? When everything on the when the earth itself is made up with mostly water, my nigga? When our bodies are made up with mostly water, what do you mean it's not alive? So what's like the true purpose or the true meaning behind these things? Like, those are the stuff that you really gotta pay attention to. So yeah, like, what's your destiny here? What's your path here? Our destiny, our path, and our mission is a lot more than we realize. A lot of us from a very young age, we remember, we know, and we are aware of a lot more than than just the everyday person. And when I said the everyday person, I'm mainly talking about the elders, the people that are here before you. Yes, there's some of them that are very much tapped into themselves, but most of your grandparents, most of the elders here to today, your mom, your parents like that, they don't know what the hell's going on. They have no idea what's going on. And the thing is, they're in such a messed up and distorted state that you were brought here to help heal them, to help elevate that bloodline, to help elevate those beings, those aspects of self, because these are your people. When you look at a lot of the people that we feel connected to, a lot of the people that are around us, there are people, but they got sucked in to the fallen matrix. They got sucked into this falling society that we live in. They got sucked in to a degrading frequency. It starts to mess a lot of them up genetically and energetically, and we started to lose a lot of different parts of ourselves on the collective consciousness, because we're not just one being. Like, this is what I mean, you guys. You right here, you're not just one person, man. Like, your energy is so expansive, you cannot just fit in one body. This is not your true form. You're not in your true form. Your true form is up there in the future, is what you would call it, because it exists on a higher level of frequency. Some of your true forms are ascended masters and rishi collectives, Where do you come from? They have different fields of consciousness and levels of consciousness that you actually come from. Some of you guys are actual ascended masters. Some of you guys are avatars. Like the avatar the Avatar show, Avatar the Last Airbender, that was teaching you about your avatar consciousness. Even the recent Avatar with those beings, right? Those represents a lot of the Anahazi beings, which some people, their avatar consciousness is an avatar being, all right? For majority of the earthlings and the human beings here, they have 12-strand potential, all right? Avatar consciousness represents your 12-strand potential. It's your 12-strand being. It's you with 12 strands of DNA. You feel me? Which means that you're expansive. You're on a whole different level of frequency. And that version of you exists. That's what you would call your higher self. You know what I'm saying? That higher entity that a lot of people refer to, that's your avatar state of consciousness. And some people have the Rishi collectives. But these are collective consciousness. They're not just one personality. They're multiple. It's you, but in multiple forms. It's like, think of you, but on an elevated frequency and on an elevated level. You got all these different versions of you. You got you got over 100. You got hundreds and thousands, like 1,000 different versions of yourself that all exist right here, right now. But they're all living their own lives, just like you're living yours right now. And when y'all all come together back into one full being, that's who you are at your core. You're that one full being. You feel me? But you split yourself into multiple different people, into multiple different bodies. You split your energy, and they're all conscious. They're all connected to each other. They all know each other. They talk to each other all the time. Your other cells be trying to talk to you, but sometimes you don't realize it. Sometimes my cells, they communicate with us through our creativity, through our art, through our dreams. Sometimes your dreams are actual memories of different versions of yourself in different realities. Y'all ever watch Doctor Strange? What's it called? Oh my god, the multi-dimensional one. I can't remember the other part of the name, but it was a Doctor Strange movie with the girl. Y'all know what I'm talking about, with the girl. right? Multiverse Madness. That's what it was called. Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness. If y'all ever watched that, you will kind of be able to grasp what I'm saying. You see how she just kept on falling in and out of realities? And she would have a dream about being in this world, but that actually existed. That was another version of her. Remember when Doctor Strange ran into the other version of himself? That shit is real. Like, you have multiple different versions of you that are existing in different realms. And they're all around you, like simultaneously, all happening right here, right now. And so they're having their own reality, just as you're having your own reality, but they're all happening at the same time, in the same space. Like, it's so divine when you really look at the truth behind a lot of this. When you actually really look at the facts behind it, and not just the facts, but the actual true remembrance, you know. But y'all gotta watch that. You have so many different versions of you out here. But think about it, when all those different versions combined, there's the ultimate you. There's the original you. And that original you always exists. There's always an original you. You can go directly to that original you. That original you is your source. That source is you. It's your original piece of source. This is why you don't have to talk to source outside of yourself. This is why you don't need to talk to anything outside of yourself. You don't gotta talk to that angel. You don't need to talk to no being outside of yourself, fam. No lineage of people unless they're connected directly to you, because you have so many other versions of you. And this is the thing, spirituality teaches you to talk to archangels, right? It teaches you to talk to these beings, that beings, right? They teach you to talk to all these different extraterrestrial beings, but they're not teaching you how to communicate with you first. They're not telling you that you have multiple versions of yourself. They're not reminding you, or they're not helping you remember that when you go to sleep, those dreams are you actually existing in other realms and other consciousness. And sometimes, just like you have a body here, you have a body there too. You have a body up there. You have, for instance, there's Tara, right? Let's talk about the higher planes of consciousness. A lot of us, the third dimension, the incarnate level, is known as Earth, right? That's known as Earth, the incarnate level. You feel me? That's what people refer to the 3D. And the 3D plane is very beautiful. The 3D plane ain't going nowhere. I just want y'all to know that. The distorted version of the 3D plane, yes, it will return back to source, back to oneness. No one's going to destroy it. It's going to destroy itself. Because we're not killers. We don't blow up planets and destroy dimensions. We don't do shit like that. No. If it's not in alignment with the original system, it would implode on itself. It would die on its own because it's not connected to source, to omni, all, to oneness. So we don't have to kill anything. If it's not meant to be here, it will kill itself. Eventually it'll die because it won't be able to tap in or plug into the natural frequencies. It's not organic. You know what I mean? This war was always an energetic thing. A lot of y'all think you gotta be training. I used to think this too, you feel me? Because you think the war is gonna be you out here with your sword and your axe, and you gonna be out here fucking these niggas up with your superpowers. That's not what we're doing. That's not the war. That's not the war. What the war actually is a frequency. It's about the plane. It's about keeping this planet in a lower density. Literally, they're trying to keep it at a lower density, at a fallen frequency, at a descending frequency, to where we don't ascend, but we descend, where we disconnect from the true actual source. So it's about critical mass. Who's going to win? The distortion or the natural? You feel me? Natural frequencies are never ended, but distortion, eventually it dies on its own because it's not natural. It's not plugged in, or it's not a part of nature. And so that's what the war has always been about. It's about fighting nature. It's about taking control of the Stargate so that they can control the higher levels of frequency and consciousness, so that they could distort these different things. A lot of us, our DNA has been distorted. That's what's going on with a lot of our elders. A lot of our elders, their DNA have been distorted. Literally. It's been a lot of bullshit. My bad, y'all. There was an ant crawling on me. But yeah, there's a lot of bullshit taking place. My whole point of doing this live, y'all, is just to explain that spirituality is not about you talking to extraterrestrials or you talking to spirits outside of yourself. Spirituality teaches you to speak outside of yourself, to talk to this energy, talk to that energy. It's about getting to know yourself. It's about getting to know you. It's about activating your genetics. It's about evolving on that level. Because what they don't tell you is once you're tapped into you and your true feelings, you don't need anything else. You good. Because you remember everything. You'll be back to your full totality. But they don't want you to get there. You can never get there if you're getting to know yourself. And so spirituality is designed to teach you to get to know everything outside of yourself and not get to know you. Because if you don't know you, right? If you don't know you, you don't know anything for real. And you're always going to be liable to get lost. You're always going to be liable to be distorted, right? Hey, Erica, you're always going to be liable, right, to be misled. Because you don't remember, you don't know your true self, and you have no connection to it. And so, if we were being taught, right, and if the guidance around us was helping to guide us to get to know ourselves and to go deeper within ourselves, what do you think we would be right now? Where do you think the world would be? But no, that's not what you see. You got all these tarot cards out here, these different divination tools and shit. You don't need divination tools. You've never needed them. And this is the fucked up part. They teach you that, in order to start building a deeper connection with your intuition, when people do readings or do use cards, use divination tools to start to build that connection to their intuition, but actually it's helping to do the complete opposite. You're disconnecting yourself from your intuition. You're drifting further and further and further away from that, because now you start doubting yourself. Now you're not trusting yourself anymore, and you gotta go confirm with something outside of yourself. Like, that doesn't make any type of sense. This is why I stopped using my cards, because they've been holding me back. You feel me? That's actually blocking me from tapping into my true self, from expressing my true self, and from receiving all the different messages that I should and can be receiving. You know what I mean? And so, this is how spirituality teaches you how to go outside of yourself. Literally how? With the cards, with the readings. Go to this for confirmation. Go to that for confirmation. No, what happens is a lot of us starts to wake up. We start to become a lot more aware of ourselves, because the frequency on the plane is rising and everything is evolving. And so a lot of us are starting to get more in tune, and we start to realize and start to become more aware of what we're feeling. And we're like, wait, there's this and this and that going on. And so sometimes we'll seek for confirmation or validation, as in somebody else that's connected, you feel me, or that's experiencing the same thing as you, something that could be used as a reference point, something that could help that person get to know themselves a bit more. That's what this was supposed to be. We're supposed to have teachers and elders that are supposed to be out here teaching us, you feel me, more about how to get to know ourselves more, teaching us about how to pour into ourselves, teaching us about how to activate this and how to activate that. When you go to a lot of these spiritual teachers, they're not teaching you how to activate this part of your genetics, how to activate that of your genetics. They're not teaching you about what's going on internally with your internal system. They're not teaching you how to get more in tune with yourself. No, they're teaching you on how to talk to spirits. They're teaching you on how to talk to energies. They're teaching you on how to use these cards and use, you feel me? They're training you on all these different methods of how to communicate with shit outside of you, with shit that is not trying to help you, with shit that don't have the best intentions for yourself. Exactly. A lot of times we don't even know what our true potential is or what our gifts and our abilities are, because we've been tapped into them our whole entire lives, but we haven't been using them. We haven't been working with them. People, you're not using your intuition. You're not really working with your intuition or communicating with yourself when you're out here pulling out tarot cards, family. I'm going to be honest with you. Or when you have to go confirm with some type of divination tool. You don't need any form of divination tool to communicate with your true self. Spirit is you, my nigga. Spirit is you, which means what you feel, what you think is spirit. which means what comes to you is spirit. Like that's what we're missing. There's no actual true guidance out here. We got bare minimum guidance out here. There's barely anyone guiding or leading us in the actual right direction, because they don't even know what the right direction is themselves. They don't even know themselves. Some people don't even understand or have that connection with themselves, with their own intuition. You start to use cards and tools so much that you start to lose that connection to yourself. Literally. Why? If you take a break from cards and you just keep on doing readings without them, pay attention to how much stronger your intuition gets. Pay attention to how much messages you get. I'm telling you. And the thing is about your gifts and your abilities, you're like a muscle. You have to challenge yourself. You have to work on them. You have to consistently work with them. You know what I mean? Don't just try and then give up. No. The thing is, you got all these other outside things of yourself as a hindrance and as a distraction. Because if you consistently keep pouring your energy into those things outside of yourself, you're never going to actually put your energy inside of yourself where it needs to go. And it will never grow. Your abilities will never grow if you're not using them. If you're not working with your abilities, they're not going to grow. And sometimes you wonder why you don't have that connection. It's because you haven't built it in a while. You've been training yourself how to do the complete opposite. A lot of times we don't realize that we've been training ourselves to doubt our intuition all this time. Because every time you have that first thought, you would doubt it. Why? You will feel something. You feel like you want to cry or that you want to say something, but you train yourself to hold it back, to not speak up. We program ourselves to not express ourselves. You realize that? A lot of us program ourselves not to express ourselves. Literally. Oh, I don't want to feel that trauma. I don't want to feel that pain from that experience. I don't want to talk to my mom because it's going to bring back up all the things she did to me when we were younger. Right? We don't want to deal with the pain, the problems. We want to just ignore them and move on. That's how you've been ignoring your gifts. You've been ignoring your abilities because your body been communicating with you. You've been feeling the pain, but instead of you taking a look at it, you're ignoring it. We've been training ourselves to ignore it. And then not only that, your elders, your grandma, your mom, they weren't teaching you to express yourself. No, if you say something that they don't like, you will get boxed in the goddamn mouth. Now you don't want to express yourself. You don't even want to talk or communicate to anyone. Why? Because you feel like what you're saying don't matter, or you want to get abused or neglected. You feel me? Just because you're expressing yourself. You cry because you feel these emotions coming up, and so your template wants to be cleared. All right, and instead of you clearing your template by releasing it, oh no, you're weak. You're weak as hell, and you this, and you feel me? You start getting persecuted for it. You feel me? All because you want to express yourself. All because you feel the need to release. And so we've been taught to worry about how other people outside of us are going to view us and not how we view ourselves. Do y'all notice that? Almost everything outside of yourself has been about teaching you, programming, molding you to move, to act based off of the outside world, to talk to spirit. Instead of going within yourself, you're going to go use cards and tools. I don't understand that. Instead of you getting to express yourself, right? Instead of you doing something because it makes you happy, because it's what you want to do, you're going to do it because he said to do it, or she said to do it, or you're not going to do it because of what they think or what they think. It's like, come on, fam. Where's the self-validation at? You feel me? Y'all notice that we weren't taught to validate ourselves? We were taught to be our own confirmation. You feel me? We weren't taught that our reality is our projection. We keep allowing other people's reality and allowing other people to suck and drain us into their reality, family. Life is not about them. Your life is not about them. Your life is about you. It's about getting to know yourself, you know? Spirituality should be about getting to know yourself. You feel me? That's literally what I'm saying, fam. Don't believe it because he's saying it, she's saying it. No, believe it because that's what you feel on the inside. Yes, we are powerful. No one rules you, fam. There is no ruler of this realm. Like, that's segregation. That ain't peace. That's not oneness. That's segregation. That's entitlement. That's ego. You feel me? We need to be stepping out of that. You feel me? You don't have to war and slaughter and kill people. That's a fallen mentality. You will understand that life is always living. And what's not connected to that will naturally return back to light, will naturally return back to source. And so, I just suggest that y'all get to know yourselves, you feel me? Get off those reading channels. Stop listening to everyone's fucking advice all the time. Get to know yourself. Get to know your own intuition. You feel me? You got all these other beings outside of you, fam. This spiritual community is set up to mislead your ass. So when you do wake up and you just start seeking guidance, the guidance that you can receive is straight deception. Straight up deception at its finest. You feel me? These niggas are trying to deceive you. Oh, do this Kabbalah work. You feel me? Do this symbol, do that. You don't even know what the hell you're really doing or what you're really tapping into. Half of this shit out here ain't to help you. You feel me? Like, it's not. You don't gotta work with no spirit to protect yourself. The fuck? That's the messed up part. Oh, talk to this spirit if you want to protect yourself. Talk to this spirit if you want to open up money or opportunities. Talk to that spirit if you want to learn more about this knowledge and that knowledge. What the fuck? Why are you teaching me to go talk to him, and her about shit that I could do for myself? You could protect yourself. If you would know who you truly are and you will remember everything about yourself, you won't need no other being to protect you. Because you will know that you protect yourself. You will know that you have multiple versions of you that sit here and always protect you. You will know that about yourself. You will remember that. You'll be unshakable in that. We won't need niggas to do spiritual work on us. We won't need to pay niggas hundreds and thousands of dollars to do some shit for us that we could do for ourselves. Come on now. The thing is, and then when you do go, my whole thing is I'm all for, you feel me, paying for the worth. Paying for the worth. Alright? I feel like just like you work, when spiritual people work and they put their energy into you, you feel me, they deserve to get reciprocated for that. That's them still working. You feel me? So yeah. But what I don't understand is when you go paying all this money to do a service that they're not teaching you how to do yourselves. The session should be about guiding you throughout the process, teaching you, helping you learn how to do it for yourself, helping you to tap in for yourself, not them doing it for you, because that's not helping you. That's not helping you in any type of way. Literally. Like, you should be learning about your true abilities, your true gifts, your true nature. You should be learning about getting to, like, this shit is sad. Yes, the indoctrination is sad. Instead of us learning the plants and the medicines, instead of us learning about the ley lines, instead of us learning about the stargates that we're meant to sit here and protect, they want you to go to school. They want you to eat bullshit. They want you to go to college, to get a degree, to go work, and do everything outside of your actual purpose. And then when you do wake up to spirituality, They want you to talk to this spirit, talk to that spirit, do this work, do that work. Like, this is what you need to look out for. If anyone is not pointing you how to do the work for yourself, you shouldn't be following them. You should not be listening to them. If they can't tell you what you're doing for you, don't do that shit. No fuck. If I don't know what you're doing, I don't want no parts of it. Period. We've been getting too misled, and then we don't trust ourselves. If you have a weird feeling about something, you need to trust it. That is you communicating with you, and nobody knows what's best or what's right for you but you. Don't nobody know what's best for you more than you do. Facts. Not more than you do. And yes, the messages will come through other people and through other forms, but that's confirmation. You gotta trust yourself. You gotta get to know yourself. You feel me? Children are very, very in tune with themselves. They are. And they get underestimated. Especially us young people. Us younger people get underestimated a lot. Because y'all think we young and we don't know what we talking about. We don't have enough experience in this world. We never even wanted to be here for that reason. We don't need this fucking experience. This shit has been tainted. It's been distorted. We came here to fix this shit. Why would we need more experience in the bullshit? That doesn't make any type of sense. My nigga, we actually remember more about ourselves than y'all niggas ever heard of. Ever known. A lot of the new information that you hear today came from the children. Literally. Came from the children. The children been actually teaching the parents. Y'all don't peep that shit? It's literally been the children teaching the parents and helping the parents out. Because the parents have been so goddamn distorted, been so lost. That child came into your life to actually help you ascend because you was going on the wrong goddamn path. Literally. Because you've been doing the wrong shit. Because you don't know what you're actually doing. Because you've been doing everything else outside of yourself except going within. We came here to save y'all. Y'all don't need to raise us. Y'all, you see how this shit turned out. The fuck? When y'all raised us, you see how this shit turned out. Most of the parents that you have today aren't even equipped to raise a child because they don't know what they're bringing their child into. And then what they're teaching your child is actually not even beneficial to them. It's teaching them how to detach and how to... It's like you're already come in tapped into yourself. But then they do everything to disconnect you. As soon as you get here, them niggas inject you with all types of fucking poison, block out all types of DNA signals and shit, block out all different types of high vibrational energies, your memory from coming in. So that's why a lot of us get here and we forget why the fuck we here in the first place. Damn, why am I here? What the hell did I even choose to do here? You didn't just came here just to live life and just experience this shit unknown. No, you came here with a mission and a purpose. You were supposed to get some shit done. You came down here for an actual reason because you was needed. You was needed. You came down here for a reason, for a purpose. But you don't remember that shit. Why? Because they've been injecting you with all types of poison to disconnect you from your truth or to block you out from your true memory. And then when you do start hearing yourself again, you do start remembering yourself again, they tell you that you're fucking crazy, and then they send you to a crazy house. Right? And what they tell you that you're insane. You don't know what you're talking about. You're schizophrenic. Like, come on, bro. And then you got these spiritual predators out here that as soon as what you're feeling doesn't agree with them, you're public enemy number one because they feel like they're the top of the top. Y'all need to watch out for niggas that want to rule you, that want to control you, that want you to feel like they're above you. You feel me? Out there doing better than you. Watch out for that shit, bruh. Because a lot of these niggas out here are lost, are confused. A lot of these niggas are taking you down the wrong fucking path, bro. Greetings, sis. Hey. So all I'm saying, y'all, is just trust yourself. Get to know yourself. You feel me? Before you go using tarot cards, before you go talking in this spirit, actually start testing and playing with your intuition. Start getting to know yourself. Guessing what color. You feel me? Pay attention to what you're hearing. Get to know yourself. Start trusting your intuition. Start learning your own voice. Start learning more about the other versions of you that you've been disconnected with, that you've known. The thing is, when we were younger, we knew. We knew these versions of ourselves. When we were younger, we used to have visions and memories and shit. I was here. You feel me? We were very connected and in tune with the fairies, with the trees. Like, our imaginary friends were so-called other versions of ourselves, our intuition. Your intuition, you feel me? Your inner guidance. But they taught us that we didn't know what we were talking about, or we made it all up in our head. Like, that's the fucked up part. When you do start to wake up, they have everything set up for you in such a messed up way, man. Literally in such a messed up way. So yeah, like, it's messed up, y'all. Hey, babes. So that's what I suggest, y'all. That's really the truth. You feel me? Get to know yourself, sit with yourself. When you do have children, if you already have them, you need to start bringing them up in an environment that's actually wealthy. Don't send your children to school, fam. Stop feeding them this bullshit. Y'all don't need to be eating half the shit that y'all out here eating. Like, you feel me? You don't need to be doing half the shit that you guys are out here doing. You don't need to be in a school building. You don't need to be doing any of that. Take your children, teach them how to meditate. Start feeding them the right foods to actually help their DNA activate, to actually help them raise in frequency and raise in consciousness. Teach them about their chakra system. Let them watch and learn about Kithara. Let them listen to the people, Ashanadi and Huna, the people that's actually going to bring back the teachings, the original teachings. Alright? You don't want to teach them about war. No, teach them about their mission, their purpose here. Getting to know the crystals. Start embracing their light language. Talking to them in that light language. You feel me? Getting to know them. Stop fucking training them this indoctrinated ass bullshit. They don't need to know half the things that are being taught in the world, fam. Teach your children the things that they actually need to know. Teach your children what they actually need to work on to evolve. Teach them about their intuition. Y'all train. Teach them 4th, 5th, and 6th strand and higher. Help your children to evolve, to grow, so that they can help you. Because once they're at a certain point, your children, they gonna be the one helping your ass. Teaching you certain things about your genetics. Helping you to activate your shit. You're from, literally. Each generation is supposed to be higher than the other. Your children are supposed to be more advanced than you. They are. Your dad trying to make it seem like they rule or control this damn world. When really and truly, bro, y'all ass fucked up. We came here to help y'all niggas. That'd be the messed up part. You feel me? Oh, I gotta prepare you for the real world. You feel me? Like, why do our parents and our grandparents and shit be feeling like they be saving us from something, or they gotta mold us for this world, when really and truly we came here to help y'all? My nigga, we don't need y'all niggas help like that. Not in that way. Y'all's the reason why this shit is the way that it is. And it ain't all your fault because you didn't know. You feel me? A lot of y'all didn't know. Y'all had no idea. Hola. Y'all had no idea what the hell was really going on. You feel me? Y'all were just being misled, and y'all were just teaching what y'all been taught and all that you guys know. And so I get it. I was blessed to have the mother that I had. I'm blessed. Because my mom raised me up a certain way. Shout out to Sister Ainandi. That's my mama. Because she helped run me up into the person that I am today. She helped to groom me into the person that I am today. So now I'm actually able to help her. and get her to where she needs to be. He said we came to help y'all. Laughing a lot of facts. No real shit. Your children, a lot of your children came here to save you. They came here to help y'all niggas. You feel me? They don't really need your help like that. They gonna be teaching you. I promise you, majority of your kids is gonna be teaching you, not the other way around, you teaching them. Literally. Because they remember more about themselves that you ever did. Because of how disconnected you were from yourself. Because of the environment that you grew up in. And the shit that you were exposed to. Okay. So yeah. I want to talk about this again though. I'm going to come back on here and I'm going to talk about it because it's important, you know, and we need to know. There's been so much misleading going on here, man. So yeah, y'all leave them shits alone. You feel me? Leave them cars alone. Stop watching these people's lectures and their lives and their videos and shit. Stop listening to these niggas because they're not actually helping you. They're really not helping you at all. Get to know yourself. Sit with yourself. You feel me? Start remembering you. If you're going to listen to niggas, actually listen to people that's going to lead you within yourself. That's going to actually teach you something that you need to know. Literally. That's who you need to start listening to. People that's going to direct you inward. You feel me? Yeah. Y'all need to stop paying these niggas. Stop paying these niggas to do work on you. Stop paying these damn niggas out here to do this type of spiritual work on you and that type of spiritual work on you. Stop that shit. Try and do that shit yourself. You feel me? See what you can do. See what you can accomplish. Alright? Love y'all. Peace and oneness. Until we meet again.